Lesson 5, I will multiply multiples of 10, 100, and 1000 by single digits recognizing patterns. So we're going to continue what we started in Lesson 4 where we're multiplying by 10, 100, and 1000. All right, so let's go ahead and put your name on your problem set today, and let's take a look at the directions. Draw a place value disc to represent the value of the following expressions. So you can see that we have 2 times 3. So what that means is we are going to have 2 times 3 ones. So let's put 3 ones in here. 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 ones one time, and this would be 3 ones 2 times. So how many ones do I have? Well, obviously I have 6. So 2 times 3 ones is 6 ones. And I know this seems so ridiculously easy, but we're looking for patterns here, okay? All right, so this time we're going to do 2 times 30. So 30 would be 3 what? 3 tens, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3. That's 30 one time. Now we're going to do 2 times 30. So now we have 6 tens, which is the same as 60. So 2 times 3 tens is 6 tens, or 60. Okay, let's keep going. So I'd like for you to try to do the last 2 by yourself, and let's see how you do. Remember, we are looking for patterns. So pause the video and try it by yourself. Okay, so let's begin. We have 300s 2 times, which is equal to 600. So then I came up here and I filled this out and I said 2 times 300 equals 600. So 2 times 300s is equal to 600s. Are you seeing a pattern? I bet you are. All right, so let's take a look at the last one. So this time we had 2 times 3,000. So I've got 3,000s 2 times, which is equal to 6,000s. So 2 times 3,000 equals 6,000s. 2 times 3,000s is 6,000s. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so let's start by looking at this in unit form. So I have 2 tens times 7, which is equal to 14 tens, which is equal to 140. This one will be 3 times 6 tens, which is equal to 18 tens, which is equal to 180. I want you to go through and do all the ones that are multiplying times tens. So I'm circling the ones that I want you to do, and then I want you to come back and we're going to do the rest together. Okay, so let's take a look here at the first ones that we did together, or that you did by yourself. So you've got 7 times 3, which is equal to 7 times 3 tens, which is equal to 21 tens, which is equal to 210. Now we have 6 tens times 6, which is equal to 36 tens, which is equal to 360. All right, let's look at the last two. All right, so now you have 5 times 3 tens equals 15 tens, which equals 150. And 5 times 6 tens equals 30 tens, which equals 300. All right, so now let's go back up here and let's do some hundreds and thousands. So it's the same principle, except instead of times tens, we're doing times hundreds. And you can abbreviate hundreds, okay? So we have 3 times 400 equals 1,200, which is going to be equal to 12 hundreds, or 1,200. Okay, let's do one more. All right, so we've got 2 times 800, which equals 1,600, which is equal to 16 hundreds, or 1,600. I'd like for you to try the last 4. Now be careful because these are thousands, but I think you won't have any issue doing those by yourself. But I want you to try to do them by yourself, and then we're going to come back and check together. Okay, so hopefully you pause the video and you try to do these by yourself. We're going to take a look at the 200s first. So we had 400 times 4, which was equal to 1600, which is equal to 1600. And then 5 times 400, which is equal to 2000, which is equal to 2000. Remember, if you have some of these multiplication problems that you haven't memorized, remember there is a multiplication table in your agenda that you can use, but eventually it'll definitely help you if you have those memorized. All right, so now we have 4 times 8,000, which is equal to 32,000, which is equal to 32 thousands. And then 8,000 times 5, which is equal to 40,000, which equals 40,000. So hopefully you're starting to notice some patterns here. I'm not going to tell you what they are because I want you to get that feeling of what it feels like to figure it out all by yourself. All right, very last problem. So this is an application problem. So we're going to use the read, draw, write a number sentence, write a word sentence process. So Brianna buys 3 packs of balloons for a party. Each pack has 60 balloons. How many balloons does Brianna have? So I'm thinking that a tape diagram would work for this problem. I'm going to divide this into 3 parts because it says 3 packs. So I've got 1, 2, 3 packs. It says each pack has 60 balloons. And I want to know the total. So this is going to be my total. And I'm going to label this B for balloons, but you could label it whatever you wanted to. So you can see that I have 60 3 times, or 60 times 3, which equals 6 tens times 3. 6 tens times 3 is equal to 18 tens, which is equal to 180. So I read the problem, I drew a tape diagram, I wrote a number sentence. Now I'm ready to answer the question with a statement. How many balloons does Brianna have? Brianna has 180 balloons. So on your exit ticket today, you are going to have to multiply by multiples of 10, 100, and 1,000. And I hope that you notice the patterns. If you get stuck, you can always come back and look at this problem set or look at your Zern notes.